He walked over to the table where she was sitting, waiting. She was dressed stunningly. Even after recently giving birth, she looked as beautiful, sensual a woman as she always did. He hadn't seen her for several months, and out of the blue she called him, asking to meet, to discuss everything, try to settle it, get together again. So there he sat, face to face with the woman he had once loved like no other, until she broke his heart. After placing our drink orders and exchanging a few strained greetings, he began by saying, "You said you want to talk, so talk." Stung by his callousness, his harshness, the pretty red-haired woman coldly replied, "Have you stopped being angry yet?" Studiously ignoring the woman's question, he asked his own, "Why do you want to get back together?" Caught off guard by his unexpected question, she couldn't help but frown slightly in response, trying to understand the rationale. He mistook her expression for one of irritation and disapproval. His hidden anger made itself known. "Fine, I'm leaving." He was about to get up. "Wait, stop. Why are you leaving? You just arrived?" she said nervously, her voice trembling a little. "Answer my question and I'll think about staying longer." The man snapped. She looked into his eyes. She could always tell what mood he was in by his brown eyes. Only now all she saw was intense anger and something else. She didn't know what it was. Whatever it was, she felt it was not in her favor. "I miss you. I want to have what we had before. I love you. I need you," she said pleadingly. Somewhat reassured by her answer, the man settled more comfortably in the chair. "You didn't need me when you were with him. How can you say you love me when you lied to me and deceived me? The whole time we were together, you were with him, had sex with him, loved him. What kind of crap is this?" said the man in a voice full of contempt. Hanging her head in shame, she said, "I know. I'm really sorry. I don't know what I thought. I guess I didn't think so." Raising her head to look at him, her eyes filled with tears, she added, "Please, I'm really sorry. I won't do this anymore. Never. Just take me back." Shaking his head in disgust at her answer, the man looked at the crying woman. Once upon a time, his heart would have melted at her tears, but now all he felt was cold anger with no compassion in it. "I thought you were different. I thought you were serious about us. I thought that what I felt and said mattered to you. I was wrong. You're just another cheating whore. No, please, do not say that. I really love you. Only you. No one else. Please. I made a mistake. I can't go back. I would like to, but I can't," she cried in despair. He felt anger boil within him at her words. He tried to calm down. After a few seconds of her quiet tears, he managed to pull himself together. "When we first met, I thought I had found the perfect woman. In every way, you were the woman I had been looking for all my life. I've been wallowing in the filthiness of my job for too long, and you've made me feel like there really is good in the world. After that, every day, I flew high. Then I found out about him, but you convinced me that it was all over. Against my better judgment, I believed you. Things went differently after that, but somehow we managed to stay together and moved on. I continued to have my suspicions. However, I agreed with what you said. But in fact, this is not the end yet. You lied to me. You planned and executed a very well thought out deception." The woman moaned as if in pain when he spoke. She wanted to deny everything, pretend it never happened. However, the truth was confirmed by facts. You gave birth to his child. It's not a mistake or even a fucking accident. Error. You deliberately got him pregnant. It takes planning to get off the pill and get pregnant. I doubt it happened in one go. I guess you were with him several times, until you're sure you're pregnant. So explain to me what exactly was the mistake." "I did not want," she cried. "He made me do it." "Oh, so he forced you, first making sure you weren't taking the pills? Maybe he waited to force you until you started ovulating?" "A few weeks or maybe a couple of months," the man said sarcastically. "Is this what you want to tell me?" "Yes." No. I mean, he was strong. He wouldn't take no for an answer. He constantly wanted to have sex. Then he wanted a child. Somehow he found my birth control pills and threw them down the toilet. This was a new purchase. This was a 90-day recipe. I tried. I don't buy it, he said, interrupting. What do you mean? This is true. I am not lying. Listen to yourself. Nothing but excuses. Plus they suck. How many times have you refused me when I wanted to make love to you? I can say that this happened more than once. And if I remember correctly, you even went so far as to convince me that no means no. How often did this happen? Why? Let me think. More often than we had sex. So why not use the same methods with it? Tell me. She looked around, not really seeing anything, trying to collect her thoughts. His questions were sharp. Why did she allow herself to be forced? Why didn't she tell him no? I don't know. I think. No. This is not an answer. The man said louder than he intended, noticing that several restaurant patrons turned their heads towards the table at which they were sitting. More calmly, he continued. Why didn't you tell him no? What power does he have over you that you mindlessly do what he says? I'm really sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's because he commands, she explained carefully, almost with fear. Oh, but not me. Am I not the dominant type? This is all? The man hissed in rage. No, that's not the point. You are loving. You don't take, you give. You are kind, caring, gentle. You listen to me and do not force yourself on me. That's why I love you so much. It brought me a lot of good things when you were in his bed and not in mine. You could leave him at any time. Did he make physical threats? No. Did he hold you against your will? No. In fact, you deliberately stayed with him. Isn't that right? Please, why are you treating me like a criminal? You act as if we are in court and you are the prosecutor. Please stop. Can't you see that it hurts me too? The man's eyes widened and his nostrils flared as his anger threatened to burst out. He calmed down noticeably, forcing himself to pull himself together. I'm a criminal lawyer. Or have you forgotten it? Even though you didn't break any laws by sleeping with him and having his child, you broke your vow to me. How should I feel? You said you love me. You said you want us to have a family. Why did you want to have my children? To spend your whole life with me? And what a fool I am. I believed your nonsense. So tell me how I should react to your indiscretion, he said with a cruel laugh. And how did I cause you any pain? Because I won't take the cheating whore back? At his words, her eyes filled with such a flood of tears that she could no longer see him and her shoulders shook from the sudden pain. He was right. She couldn't deny the truth of his words. She told him this and she continued. Can't you give me another chance? I'll never see him again. I promise I will only be yours. Please. I'm begging you. I love you. I didn't realize how strong my feelings were until you stopped calling me and we stopped seeing each other. I have missed you so much these past months that my heart constantly hurts. Please, honey. Now I know that you are the only man for me. You will always be like this. Do you want another chance? The man asked thoughtfully, his mouth cruelly twisted. Fine, fine. Here's your chance. Get rid of the child. Rewrite it to him. Tell him to his face that you hate that he made you give birth. Tell him that you hate everything about him, including his child, and never come into contact with him or his child, he said with sharp vehemence. You do this and maybe we'll have a chance. We will leave the state. We'll start all over again. I am a very good lawyer. I can easily get a job in some decent firm and be at the top in no time. His words shocked her, even horrified her. Abandon your son? Hate your own child? This thought made her feel sick, and a new pain settled in her heart. She couldn't do it. She couldn't give up her child. Suddenly she realized it, and with this realization came even deeper despair. He was going to leave her. Now she knows it. Leave her forever. She shook her head in disbelief. How did it come to this? She knew she screwed up, but she really thought he would forgive her. She began to sob openly and loudly. Stop that. You're making a scene. Stop crying or I'll leave right now, the man ordered. I'm sorry. Please. I'll stop, she sobbed. Well, stop it. Or. I can't. I just cannot. He is my son. No matter who his father is, he is my child. Please don't ask me for this. Please. I'll do anything else. I will be your slave. I'll give you something else. Another child. Your son. But not this. Please. Shaking his head, the man stood up. No, it's either this or nothing. You brought this on yourself. You lied to me. You thought you could have your cake and eat it too, the man said calmly, almost emotionlessly. I'm not going to raise someone else's child, and obviously I won't have to do that. Goodbye. Wait. Please. Can we? She began. We have nothing to wait for and we can't do a damn thing. This is completely clear to me. You have made your choice. We're done. Come back to him. Go back to your husband, he said with bitter resignation, slowly moving away from the woman and leaving through the restaurant door. Subscribe to our channel so that your second chaff doesn't cheat on you, and go ahead and listen to the next story, because this story is nothing compared to the next one. If you're under 18, don't even think about listening to the next one.